Okay, let's do this. Let's send this to some people. Tell people that we're doing this. I'm just sending it to a few places. Let's see. Let's see if people want to join and come say hi. Okay, so let's put this to the side and check out Advent of Code. Oh. So let's see, calendar, day 2. Day 2, dive. Now, let's see. Now you need to figure out how to pilot this thing. It seems like the submarine can take a series of commands like forward 1, down 2, or up 3. Okay, forward X increases the horizontal position by X units, down increases the depth, up increases the depth by X units. Okay. Note that since you're on a submarine, down and up affect your depth, so they have the opposite result of what you might expect. Okay. The submarine seems to already have a planned course, your puzzle input. You should probably figure out where it's going. For example, forward 5, down 5, forward 8, up 3, down 8, forward 2. The horizontal position and depth both start at 0. Hey Heinrich, thank you for joining. I'm just reading the task now. It's a dive boat, so curious to see what the challenge is. Your horizontal position and depth both start at 0. The steps above would then modify them as above, as follows. Forward 5 at 5 to your horizontal position, total of 5. Down 5 at 5 to your depth. Okay. Forward 8 at 8 to your horizontal position, yes. Up 3 decreases your depth by 3. Yeah, okay. 5 minus 3 is 2. Then down 8, okay. Forward, etc. Okay, so this is fairly basic, right? Forward adds in one counter, down increments, up decrements. So far so good. After following these instructions, would you have a horizontal position of 15 and a depth of 10? Multiplying these together produces 150. Calculate the horizontal position and depth you would have after following the planned course. What do you get if you multiply your final position? Okay, so what does the input look like? Okay, so I have 3 words, up, forward, and down, followed by a number. It seems like this is all just one number, but let's just see. Okay, so for now I'll just copy day 1, turn that into day 2. Day 2. This is my base class that, I should not do that. I need to do it like this. This makes sure that we have an input variable that, that has the file read. And I wonder if I have any parsing functions that I wrote. I can't even remember. So we have with indexes, oh yeah, this does that. Okay, so we can just enumerate that here. Let's just remove everything that we have here. And we have instructions. Right, and let me center this on the screen here. It's already covering the screen. That's fine. Okay. So we can have maybe a mapping of the command and how it modifies it. So we can have a dictionary of string followed by int, let's see, int forward, int depth. Let's import the namespace collections generic. And we have an instruction mapping here. We call this instruction mapping. Okay. So what we can do now is we do forward. Means like this, and we have to multiply it by the input. And we have forward, and we have up, and up is times -1, and you have down that increments. So we can do it like this. Now we can do int forward is 0, int depth is 0. So now we can loop these. So we can do for each for instruction in these, and we can do parts is instruction dot split. Oh. I need to remove something here because we don't need these as ints, just as strings. Split them by space, and we can have int all amount is parse int dot parse. Actually, we can use try parse if int try parse parts 1 out int amount, else invalid amount. We can do this console. Right line. I don't have any namespaces imported, so we need the system namespace. Right line, and we can say just invalid amount. One. Let's see. And now we can map the instruction. So we can do well, mapping is instruction. Oh no, we can do a try get there as well. Instruction mapping, try get value, parts 0. This will be the command out for mapping. Else we can say unknown command. So this would be the command. I should probably put them in a named variable, but it's good enough for here. And now we can do if mapping dot forward larger than 0, forward. We do mapping dot forward times amount. Else if depth larger than 0. Actually, we should make it not equal to 0, because everything else should do a modification. And we can do depth plus equals mapping dot depth. Like that, and this should give us console dot right line forward depth answer would then be forward times depth. So that should be the solution for part 1. So let's run that. So we end up forward 1980 Depth 866 with this as the final answer. So let's see if that is correct. Boom, correct, gold star. So that is part 1. Any questions so far? I don't think so, right? Let's see what part 2 is about. Based on your calculation, the planned course doesn't seem to make any sense. You find the submarine manual and discover that the process is actually slightly more complicated. In addition to horizontal position and depth, you also need to track a third value, aim, which also starts at 0. The command also means something entirely different than what you first thought. Down increases your aim by X units, up decreases. Yeah, so that's still the same. Forward does 2 things. It increases your horizontal position. It also increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. So you keep track of the X, okay. Again, note that since you're on a submarine, down and up, okay. I think I got it now. Let's see if that makes sense. Day 2. So part 2 would actually be, let's just do I need to figure out a way to do this better. To part 2. I'll just clone this for now and keep them separate and refactor it into something better. So what we do here is actually keep track of the aim. Let's see. And actually the old depth was the aim. So now we do this. So that changes the aim. And I think I need to also have a third step every time. So here we do if aim isn't equal to 0, we do depth plus equals aim times amount. So I think this is actually the solution already. I should probably run it against a test case, but let's live a little and see if this is correct. I believe so, but oh, that's a lot of depth. So let's see if this is correct. Not the right answer. Too low. Okay. Let me see. Ah, I'm an idiot because I only need to do that in case of forward. Which is interesting because I did it every time. So what I needed to do was this. Yeah. I have to wait 23 seconds. So that's what happens when you think that you got it and you move too fast. So what it says is only modify it when you're moving forward. So I also executed it when changing the up and down slopes, but that's not correct. So let's see. Boom, and that's the case. So yeah. So that was my mistake that I did. I had this code actually here outside of this if to always execute even when changing the depth. So yeah, that's it. It was a quick day 2, I'm afraid, but it's a fun one and easy enough that anybody can do it, and as you can see, also good enough to trip you up. So yeah, this was fun. Hey, long hair, hey! From the secret saviors of underground hip hop. Nice to see you, man. I was just about to wrap up. So for those of you that don't know it, this is Advent of Code. It's a yearly challenge, December 1st to December 25th. gives you 2 challenges a day for 50 stars that you can get. And it's something that I really enjoy doing. I did them last year and I have them on my channel. So yeah, I try to stream them every day, but I've been very busy. Last year I actually edited all of the videos to have like extra instructions, etc. But yeah, this year I'm just doing it more casual. I'll do it at the end of the day when I have some time and just stream it and leave it up on YouTube. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and maybe join me again tomorrow for the next Advent of Code Day. So thank you everybody, and see you next time. Bye bye.